into the second, I would free up my mind. I mean, I'm a 72-year-old white guy, lady. I don't dance. But if I had 3 glasses of wine, I could dance. I let go of my egocentric inhibitions, and I also tapped into more creativity when I would drink. And so I thought alcohol was a required need I had. Now, when I quit, I struggled mentally, emotionally. One of the reasons I quit, Toddy, was to save my marriage. So my marriage, I quit, and about 2 years after I quit, it became obvious that my wife and I were going in 2 different directions. And so for the second time in my life, I got a divorce. Now, I quit drinking to save my marriage. That didn't work out so well. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade my sobriety for anything. It has been a door through which I've gone to a whole new world. I mean, I'm 72. My effective biological age is in the mid-50s. I do things that 60-year-old guys can't do. Yeah, forgive me for my bragging a little bit, but I'm proud of that. That's great. And as I told you in our very first program, I'm astonished, truly, by how much I grow and learn and develop, and how much better I am today than I was last week. So it's just wondrous to me. But again, you've got to want to change. You've got to want to have things be better. And until that time, there's no talking to you.
When I first moved to Sarasota, which is where I am now, it was quite by chance. I was sitting at the library waiting for the library to open so I could donate some books. And this guy came up. I think at the time he was 79. And he came up and he sat next to me. And he said, "Do you know Jesus?" And that started a whole conversation, and it started a relationship. And he was a business executive. He owned his own company. He was very, very wealthy. And he said that that part of his lifestyle as a business owner involved alcohol. Even at the time that I met him, he wasn't drinking at all, and I don't think it was ever a problem for him to get over per se, because he was born into Mormonism, and so it wasn't a very prevalent part of his life. But he said that as a business owner, he was always offered a drink. He was always, invited to social functions where he had to drink, or even networking functions, things like that. Did you find it harder, easier to, now that you have quit, to conduct business in settings where there's social alcohol, or, I'm really surprised at how everywhere you go, like right now they have wine, people talk about wine all the time. I am sometimes the only person in the room not drinking. Do you find it hard to say no?
Not at all. Not at all. It's
What
easy.
made that?
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I was going to say, why? Why do you not find it hard?
The answer to that, it won't satisfy you. It's because I don't. I don't find it hard. I have no desire. I don't want, I don't like the taste. I have no, I mean, I miss the social, sitting there at an open air restaurant on a warm summer afternoon in Virginia with a gorgeous glass of Pinot Noir and swirling it around and smelling it and all of that. I miss that. That was fun. But I've got no desire to do that. In terms of alcohol, it's poison. It is poison. I don't care what anyone would like to say about it. Scientifically, chemically, it's poison. Now, you're free to choose to poison yourself. That's fine, I guess. But I am, if you just back up a little bit and you look at business and relationships and friendships and boy meets girl and sporting events in the United States of America, look at the role that alcohol plays in every one of those interactions, and you will be blown away. It's gotta be in the 90th percentile. Our lives in America revolve around alcohol. It's amazing. Now, luckily for me, I'm a hermit. I'm a writer. I live alone, my dog and I, the old man and the dog. And I have my moments of loneliness, and going to a bar, going out to a restaurant. Of course, now we have COVID, so that's off the table, literally. You know, it's really hard to meet people if you don't drink. And I know in terms of business, you invoked the name of Tom Chenault. Tom was a stockbroker. He sold stocks and he sold airplanes. And in both of those positions, they all revolved around, let's meet for a drink. And so much of business revolves around alcohol. Yeah, I'm delighted that I do most all of my business on the phone or the internet. I don't have to worry.
Unfortunately, our time is coming to a close, so we only have about a minute again and a half. Can you just tell me again how our listeners can get in contact with you?
Sure. The easiest place is Facebook. I do have my own page. My name is John Milton Fogg. John Milton, Milton, like the poet, Fogg, Fogg. And the group that I'm working with now is facebook.com/groups, plural, /metanoics, METANOICS. Metanoics, the power to transform your mind.
Okay, thank you very much. And what would be, we only have 2 more minutes, so what would be the most important? It was very interesting talking to you, and the different facets of what we talked about has been very intriguing. But what would, if you had to encapsulate something to give to my listeners, what would it be?
What you believe, you will achieve, always and in all ways. The number one true pandemic of our world today is self-limiting negative beliefs. They are what prevent health and happiness and success, work on your beliefs, transform your beliefs. However, whatever methodology you choose, just get on those puppies. They're killers.
John, it was fantastic talking to you, having you on my podcast. I really appreciate you giving us your time. And we look forward, maybe in the future, we will be able to talk to you again. And maybe we can share, you can share some of your new ideas, your books. I'm um, hoping that our listeners will get on your page and get to know you a little bit more. So once again, I want to thank you all for listening, for my fans, my friends. Um, Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope that you've gained something from it. And if you want to get in contact with us, you can do it through societybitesradio.com. And Bytes is spelled BYTES.com, societybitesradio.com. And our podcast is Jadoo Lifestyle. And also, if you want to get in contact with me, my email address is Toddy, TODDY, Jadoo, JADOO, @gmail.com. So this has been another episode of Jadoo Lifestyles. And we encourage you to invite your friends to join us. If you have questions, please reach out if you can. Thank you for listening.